soldiers opened fire on women protesting against indiscriminate arrest of southern Kaduna youths, kill one and injure others. At least one person was killed when the operatives of the Nigerian army opened fire on women demonstrating against incessant arrests of their children by the military in southern Kaduna, Sahara reporters gathered. The deceased was identified as Naomi John. A source told Sahara reporters that the soldiers have been ransacking homes from Goran, Zawagza, these communities, and by arresting innocent youths defending the communities from Fulani herdsmen. Of late, the killings have not really stopped in southern Kaduna. Yesterday, the women from southern Kaduna staged a protest against the indiscriminate arrest of young persons in their communities. Military men were going from house to house picking up young men. They arrested a lot of people, so the women felt, why should you be arresting our young ones when in reality the Fulani herdsmen came to attack us? You are nowhere to be found, but when our people mobilized to go after them, now you come to pick them up. So the women told the men, we don't want any man to join us. Now they took to the street. The military now blocked the road and started shooting. In the process, they killed one woman and injured many others, the source told Sahara reporters. Hundreds of people have been killed by suspected Fulani herdsmen in various local government areas of southern Kaduna in the past couple of years. The killings have continued despite the deployment of various military teams to the area. Again, it is very, very sad. It is a very sad situation. But again, I think it just speaks to the fact that women would definitely stand up, especially for their sons, to be very honest. But I think, if anything, it's more of I think it opens a whole new conversation to the value of human life in the country. And of course, as military, like, it's not even police officers, it's military men. Like, how does this, like soldiers, like, how does this make sense? I mean, this is exactly zombies. This is literally what Fela Kuti was saying in his song Zombies, because these people, I don't understand the logic behind it, because it's definitely very, very selfish. And it's like, I don't know what kind of mind control, but you are a fully grown adult. Why are you not thinking for yourself? That is the real question. Because at this point, you're making it sound like I see these people lack critical thinking skills. Like, how can you not think in the long run? How can you not think for the emancipation of your own people? Don't even go that deep. How can you be an instrument of darkness towards your own people? Does it make sense? So I guess it just shows that the deterioration of our values in terms of just defending one another and being a brother's keeper. Like, why would you go and like they dare not? Imagine, let's say in the UK, people are protesting. I mean, these, don't get me wrong, protesters fine can get violent and push the line. Absolutely, yes. But Nigerian protesters don't even do what half of what UK protesters do. And the police in the UK have no right or the audacity to even try and touch their skin, let alone try to kill them or injure them. So it's not like, so where is this coming from? Because again, we claim to practice democracy. Well, I mean, that's for fashion at this point. But it's like, you being I'm directing this to all soldiers. Why can't you think for yourself? Huh? Because these people will clearly not send their children to go and commit all these acts. They will not. And of course, you serve as the middlemen. They can write whatever laws that they want, but you implement them. So you're a very key person in terms of the communication between the leaders and the civilians. And so it's like, if you now want to, I think it brings a whole new question to military men, soldiers. What do you guys learn? Because you cannot tell me as a functioning, fully grown adult, like, there's no excuse. There is no excuse. And at the end of the day, it's like, this country is so, I mean, it would be naive to say and be like, no, I'm going to sue these people because they're not reflecting and implementing what they're meant to do by protecting the citizens. But peacefully protesting is their human rights. I mean, what do these women, what will they do? Because they're clearly unarmed. You think they you see, that's the thing. They will not want to show their power and their presence on their actual opponent, who is their size. But when it comes to unarmed civilians doing the things that, they're fighting for the betterment of your own life as a soldier, you want to go and, it doesn't make sense. The first section here says, at the end of it all, the Hausas will come out in condemnation of the Yorubas and Igbos asking for breakouts. The northern part of the country is the most useless and the most callous ethnic in Nigeria so far anyway. My sympathy goes to the women for the inhumane act perpetrated by the army as said against their right. Yeah, I mean, the thing of, okay, you can say that. I mean, certain words like this seem derogatory and insulting to the people, but if you actually analyze it, we're talking about results and effectiveness, okay? Not that in any way the South sort of has a track record of certain things, but then because of the high level of exposure, I mean, in comparison to the North, in the South, things like this cannot happen. They really can't. And again, the northern part of the country, I'd say, there hasn't been any effort to try and protest or speak against what is going on in the country. And I think that is why a lot of Southerners will get is very, very frustrated, because it's like, fam, like they're literally emboldening the divisiveness in the country, because the southern part of the country can decide, you know what, we're going to go and protest. I mean, where were they during the NSAS protest? Because it doesn't make sense. Where were they? And it's like, in comparison to, you know, the atrocities being committed in the country, the North faces the worst of it. So I feel like I don't even know how to say it, but it's like there's a whole different level of mental mind control. There's a whole different level of is it docility? I don't know what to say the word, when you're just being so submissive and not overly submissive without justification. You understand? And it's like, it's very, very sad, fam. Someone says they should be really ashamed of themselves and the uniform that they wear. It is similar to soldiers around the world, shooting at women, mothers, and mothers for that matter. In civilized countries, women are treated with so much respect. Fam, literally. I mean, feminism is a whole different issue in the country, and it's like, of course, it would be an issue in a country that really appreciates patriarchy and all that. And I guess people are tired of that conversation. But again, if you want to dive into the way women are treated in Nigeria, let's not even start. Someone says the Nigerian military are afraid of the rival Boko Haram terrorists because they know what Boko Haram terrorists can do to them. If they truly are real soldiers, they can and are not afraid to go shoot. They should go and fight Boko Haram. That's the thing. And I think that, you know, this is the mentality of the soldiers, because it's like, as Falat said, I mean, I don't want to use derogatory words, but it's like a zombie-like attitude. Like, it's like no brain, no sense. Like, you're just going to go shoot, go and quench. You like if you listen to the lyrics of Zombie, you literally understand. And it's so sad, because it's like, this man was singing this song like how many years, like so many years ago, and now it's still the same problem. And there's no excuse. I'm tired, please. You're a fully functioning adult. You cannot be telling me that because the country is harder. Fam, no one is forcing you, except you. There's some kind of underground whatever that's going on where you feel you cannot leave. But again, as a fully functioning adult, fam, oh well, it's a very huge assumption to make that the soldiers are fully functioning adults who are rational thinkers. I mean, critical thinking as a whole in the country is a bit, let's not even go there. But it's so, so sad. And I think right now we should have the conversations on holding these soldiers accountable. I understand, but at this point, you know, we've not really focused on them. I mean, apart from NSAS and all that, soldiers and all these things, we've never really focused on them in terms of looking at them as the middlemen. If they decide that, you know what, we're going to protest, the huge impact that would make. Imagine if they tried to go and support protesters, and you know what they had to do was just make sure the protest went well, there was no commotion, and you know everything was fine. Doesn't make sense. Please put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.